Chrissie Swan Show.
We have some questions, though.
Who does that?
Jack and I are weirdly aligned on human behaviour. And quite often we come up with exactly the same opinion about things. And we say, who does that?
There's no grey area with you or I.
No.
We are either in the same camp or vehemently opposite each other with our opinions.
That's right. But equally curious.
Truth.
And we want to understand.
Yes.
We want to understand. Yesterday we were talking about camping. You and I do not like camping.
No.
But we are open to have our minds changed.
They weren't.
No, they weren't.
But we're open.
And also, full disclosure, there is nothing anyone can say about camping that makes it okay for us. But here is the birth of a new segment, Who Does That? And it sounds accusatory, I understand. But 13, 24, 10, if you are the sort of person that mixes snacks in a bowl, all right? Because we want to understand the thought process behind it. The reason this came up was there was some sort of celebration last week here at Nova.
Was it the Craven cart? You know how Marina pushes around the Craven cart?
Well, it's the Criven Crit.
Criven cart.
It's the Criven Crit.
CRVNCRT.
I would love to know why there's no vowels in there.
No.
I'd like to buy a vowel, as they say on
I've
the Wheel of
asked
Fortune.
the question because apparently on a number plate that's all you can fit. So it's meant to be like it's a cart going around the office, I think.
See, this is the whole purpose of Who Does That, because you have seen Criven Crit and you've gone, who does that? And now you've got an
understand.
answer. So there was a little celebration and, this is a great place to work. There's always snacks. And there were open bowls of chips, right? And there was one bowl with sour cream and chive thins, which are, superior, of course. But then in another bowl, there were crinkle cut chips and Cheezels.
Absolutely no.
In the same bowl.
Hard no.
And I saw it and I thought, why is this so, in the parlance of our time, why is this so triggering to me? And I remember the first time
why is it?
I remember the very first time I ever saw that and I asked, who does that? I would have been 6 years old.
Okay.
I was at a 6-year-old birthday party in someone's garage from prep. And in one of those, the timber bowls that were really popular? Yeah. In one of those timber bowls were barbecue chips.
Right.
Which are a very underrated flavour, by the way.
My mother's favourite.
Is really?
Yeah, mad for barbecue chips.
Barbecue chips. I'm in my chicken chips era at the moment. That's for another time. Barbecue chips and then Cheezels in it. And I remember looking at that and thinking, unless there are no other bowls in this house, which I know was not possible, my 6-year-old sensibilities were offended by the mixing of snacks, and they still are.
As they should be. It is cross-contamination.
There is no reason for it. There is another bowl somewhere.
Right.
Or put them just on a paper towel.
Go full bogan. Keep them in the packet and just slit the packet open.
Correct.
I don't mind. 13, 24, 10. We're going to play a round of Who Does That? Do you do this?
Do you do it? Tell us why.
We won't judge you.
No.
We just, we won't on air. We'll do it in the song.
I will try not to.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
One of the greatest things about having the ears of millions of people is that we can ask this.
Who does that?
Who does that? What a great question. I feel like this is going to be a regular, Jack.
I hope so.
Because I'm genuinely curious as to who mixes party snacks in one bowl. Specifically, I'm talking crisps and a cheese snack. So, salt and vinegar chips in with a twisty.
Absolutely not. It's so offensive to me.
Barbecue chips in with a Cheezle. Separate bowls, please.
Please. And do you know what's interesting, Swanee? On a cheese board, I'm happy to have all the different cheeses somewhat together because they sort of stay in their own. But there's something about a chip, you know what flavour you're after. It's a very specific thought process when you're deciding the flavour of chip you would like to consume.
I agree.
So
Emmy?
Do not mix them.
Do you do this?
Hi, guys. So I actually mix chicken twisties with peanut M&Ms. But I draw the line at mixing two different chips together.
I'm sorry. Chicken twisties and peanut M&Ms.
Yes.
Do you not have 2 bowls in your house?
No, it goes well together. You have to try it.
No, it doesn't.
Chicken. Okay, I'm not satisfied. I don't feel like that goes. Having said that, I do like a square of chocolate and a pretzel, but I will put them together myself.
Yeah, externally, separate from the bowl. Emmy, we do appreciate you being honest, and for that, we're going to send you a $200 Minimax voucher.
Oh my God, you are so lucky. You could buy a bowl with that. Anne-Marie, please tell me, do you do this?
I did. You're not going to like me.
I do. I love you, but I don't want to eat your snacks.
Well, you probably will, because I actually mix all my nuts, with a packet of chips.
All right, talk me through which nuts and which chips and why.
Well, I mix a trail mix, like, you know, the mixed nuts, like peanuts with all the different, like, nuts with almonds in it.
Yeah.
And nuts, all that one, the mixed one.
Mm.
And I put a packet of chips in there too. Like,
But Anne-Marie, isn't it mixed up enough with the nuts? Isn't there enough variety in that bowl?
No, you need a bit of chips in it as well, because you get a bit over the nuts.
Over the nuts.
What is
You need a
your
bit of a crunch.
Yeah.
what is your vibe? Like if you turned up to somebody's party and there was a big bowl with chicken twisties and cheese twisties in the same bowl, what would you do?
I'd grab a handful and eat them.
So
There's actually a packet now that's cheese twisties and chicken
I
flavour.
didn't know that.
Really? But wouldn't
Yeah.
in the packet, doesn't the seasoning and flavour go all over each other and just cancel one another out?
Not really.
Also, Anne-Marie,
It
this is
does
very
mix it up a
personal.
bit.
But whereabouts in Queensland are you from?
Boona.
Oh, Boona.
Love it.
Good old Boona.
Anne-Marie, you have a $200 Minimax voucher, mate.
Oh, thanks.
Buy a bowl.
I like Anne-Marie.
You know what? I would be one of those annoying people at
Yeah.
a party. I am one of those annoying people where if I was faced with chicken twisties and cheese twisties, I would pick out. And that's the other thing that you should avoid is fingers selecting.
Correct.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And then you get dirty fingers. No.
and then if you're touching the chicken twisty to put in your palm, if that's your choice, then you've touched all the cheese ones around it. Heidi,
Yes?
talk to me.
You're definitely not going to like what I'm going to say.
Heidi, talk to me about this lucky dip concept.
I had to have everything in one bowl.
What do you mean by everything?
Run us through everything. Break down this everything.
I mean, like chicken chips, salt and vinegar, cheeses, pretzels, some peanuts, everything.
Okay, Heidi.
I can't decide.
No.
Clearly.
I can. We are sending you a $200 Minimax voucher. Please go and buy a set of 5 bowls, okay?
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
We're going to be... Is there any show in Australia that cooks quite as much as mine?
No. Because you are an elite cook, though, Swanee.
And I just think any medium to get it to the people.
Yeah,
To get food talk to the people. And I've turned radio into a...
You're doing a community service.
I sure am. You know what I love about the internet is that you can hit on the top of a rabbit hole and go down deep burrowing, and you will always find something that sustains your interest. And I'm specifically talking here about a thread on commercial supermarket brand garlic bread. Now, you had me at hello. I'm sure that, I could read articles about Trump getting arrested and, what's going on in the world. But no, I will always click on a headline that says Woolworths garlic bread. So I want to know what people are talking about.
What's happening with Woolies garlic bread?
First of all, garlic bread is one of the greatest inventions of all time.
Agreed.
Are we agreed on that?
Agreed.
Secondly, do you buy Woolworths or Coles brand or IGA brand, or I think there's like a La Familia brand, which is almost like a Turkish roll.
I am a bit of a snob when it comes to garlic bread. I don't know how to what it's called, the flat one. The flat garlic bread that's like somewhat Turkishy. Like
and it's open.
Yeah.
With some herbs
Yes.
and Yeah, I can't think of what that's called, but yes, I have seen that. And, you know, you can generally get that from the sort of supermarkets that have their fruit and veg in baskets.
Yeah, you
You know,
can.
I generally go to the ones that have them in crates. But anyway, the explosive content in this thread about garlic bread. Domino's garlic bread reminds me of the Woolies one. The Woolies one is delicious. I love the ones that are garlicky and greasy. Me too. So everybody is talking about their favourite garlic bread. And I love garlic bread. And I am also all for a shortcut. I love a shortcut. If I can get something as good as I would make or okay enough without me having to make it, I will do it. But I'm sorry, but garlic bread is not one of those things. You have to make your own.
Do you always make your own?
Always. And I'm about to show you how you can. Do you ever make your own?
Absolutely not.
Tom, do you ever make your own garlic bread? Oh, my God. Boys, what were your mothers doing?
We're in our 20s. We don't need to be at home making garlic bread. I've got a life to live, man. I've got drinks to drink.
Listen, it takes you as long...
I've got clubs to club at.
It takes you as long to make your own garlic bread as it would to decide between the focaccia and the other one. So look at what I'm doing here. I've spooned some butter into a bowl.
You're cutting up. What is that herb I
It's
see?
parsley. It's just
Yum.
parsley. It's so easy. Do you have parsley? Do you grow parsley?
My mother does. She grows
Right.
lots of parsley.
So you can grab a bunch of it. Now, I need a big, strong man to open this jar, but I don't have one. Can you have a go at that, please, Jay? Now, you'll see here, I've just bought a French stick from the supermarket and I've cut it on an angle. See that?
Oh, yeah. Love that.
So easy. That took about 10 seconds. I don't need the lid. I need the garlic. Fantastic. So then you go, I like quite a lot of garlic.
Oh, that smells hectic.
Do you hate garlic?
I remember I said I did, but then I never
Yeah.
really tried it. I do like it. I've come around to it.
Okay, so this is all you do. Can you see what I'm doing here?
Just mash it all together.
I'm mashing it. And I've even taken a shortcut with the jar of garlic.
We will post this to Instagram at the Chrissie Swan Show.
So you just get that mix like that, and then you just shove it in the... You can even use the fork that you've been using. Look at how I'm doing it. Look. In. Can you see what I'm doing here?
Yeah, right in those wedges. And then how long are we putting this in the
I
oven
mean,
for?
it feels like I need to get the French stick to sign some sort of waiver. This is an extraordinarily aggressive move I'm doing.
It is.
The bread seems to enjoy it. Anyway, I'm filling that up. Now, how long has that taken me? 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
It saved me so much money, and I'm going to wrap that.
We've gone full QVC, Chrissy.
Full QVC, but I
Saved me so much money.
I just feel like if you can save some money and have something that's more delicious that's going to be 10 times the price, why wouldn't you?
Retweet.
I'm going to wrap this up in foil. I'm going to work out how to use the oven here at Nova.
Marina.
No guarantees. And you are going to have a piece of this delicious garlic bread.
Yes, I am.
Before the end of the show. And
Yum.
look at that.
Check out our Instagram later at the Chrissie Swan Show to see what she's done.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
You and I are going to fight.
Okay.
Full disclosure, we have had this discussion already.
In the office, yep.
I mean, you call it an office. I call it my storage room.
It certainly looks like your storage room.
Oh,
I don't even want to get
sorry.
started on the 2 high chairs that have been sitting there for 4 weeks for God knows why.
I've told you why.
Yeah, because you walked past some rich person's house in Brighton and stole their high chairs from their nature strip.
I didn't walk past.
and it
I
was-
drove past, and the hard rubbish was out, and they were exactly the high chairs that I was going to get for my friend who's having a baby. And why pay for them?
And you stopped and you collected them. I wish there was a PAP there.
So do I, because that's real. That's actually something that I do, is raid hard rubbish collections. Anyway.
And how are they going to get there?
We are going to fight. But it wasn't about that. It wasn't
No.
going to be about my hard rubbish and the high chairs. But we'll slate that fight for Monday.
Great.
We have found an article. It was on the Today Show, and it says in big letters, should cafes be allowed to charge for heating food? Now, before you say yes or no, 132410, we want to hear from you. This receipt says everything that we need to know. A guy has gone to a cafe. He's ordered a long black for $4.50, which I also have a problem with because there's no work in a long black. But anyway, he's ordered a long black and a muffin $7 for a muffin.
That's what you pay in 2024 for a muffin.
I don't pay.
You steal.
No, I make.
Oh, sorry, yes.
There's an oven in your house.
Mate,
you
I know.
Try and use it.
I know how you work in 7-Elevens and Coles Expresses. You're a thief.
I'm not a thief. I just make bespoke coffees. All right. We digress. You're attacking me, by the way. And I like it. Okay, so the receipt says a muffin, $7, and then $1 for heating it up.
Okay.
Now, what do you mean, okay?
No, I'm taking in the story.
I am outraged, as was the person who checked his receipt and saw $1 for heating a muffin. And he asked the cafe and said, what is this? And they said, oh, sorry, we'll take that off. We never do it. Dodgy. The receipt is itemised. It says heat standard. Now, if you'd never, ever charged anybody to heat a goddamn muffin, why is it programmed on your register,
Yeah, no, they definitely are doing it.
Why?
Because it's hard out there being a small business owner, and they're being honest about, like, their electricity prices and whacking it in the mic. So I guess they're trying to be honest about what they're charging you for and breaking it down.
What you're saying $1 is a fair fee for putting something in the microwave for 30 seconds. Let me tell you what that equates to. By the way, 13 24 10, you can tell I'm angry. Is it okay to charge $1 to heat a muffin? I'm going to say that we're not going to get one single person on your side, Jack, because I've done my calculations again.
Give them to me.
Say 30 seconds to heat a muffin. I mean, that's a lot. Probably 20 seconds would do it. Let's go with 30. Give it benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
30 seconds, $1. That's $2 a minute that customer is paying.
Mm-hmm.
That is $120 an hour that customer is paying for Marie behind the counter to put it in the microwave.
But then you've
for
got
30 seconds. Wait, do you know what other industries charge $120 an hour? Surgeons, anaesthetists. This is outrageous, particularly for a muffin, which by its very existence is either eaten warm or cold.
But coffee shops are struggling. Like, how are you meant to make money from $4.50 for a cup of coffee? So when you
don't offer muffins,
when you're heating up a muffin,
no,
and it takes up their time, and they've got wages to pay, I guess you're going to whack an extra 50 cents or $1 on. Look, I think 50 cents is fairer than $1, but hey, they've gone for the full buck.
No, muffins. It's your choice. The money, the price of the muffin is built in with the warm or not option. End of story.
I love my local cafe, and I'd happily pay it to keep them alive and ensure that cafe stays there.
I tell you what, when you've spent your last dime on warming up an $8 muffin, that cafe's not going to give a crap about
13, 24,
you.
10. What do you think?
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
You're listening to the Chrissie Swan Show on Nova. Oh, shush.
Benson
We're
Boone,
angry.
shh.
Shush, Benson. We're thrilled that you're supporting Taylor on a European tour, whatever. But we are cranky. Well, I am cranky because somebody's been charged $1 for having his muffin warmed up. A muffin that should come with that option built in. Because some people like it warm and some people don't.
What this cafe should have done is just made the muffin $8 instead of $7, and then just reheated it and not charged or itemised that charge as a heat charge. Do you know what I mean? If they need more cash flow's low and they need to make more sales. I don't know. There's just a better way to have gone about it.
Don't say to someone, would you like your muffin warmed? If you're going to charge them $1, and if you do, you say that to their face right then. See how good that feels.
I would still just say yes. I love my local cafe and I want it to stay alive.
13 24 10. What do you think? Should cafes charge you $1? It's highway robbery, by the way. I can't see anyone's name, Jack. There we go. It's Rebecca. Hello.
I'm good. How are you, Chrissie?
Becca, I am furious. Can you tell?
Yes, because I am with you. There is no bloody way in hell I would be paying an extra charge to warm up a bloody $7 muffin. $7
$7 for a muffin. I mean, I haven't bought a muffin for a long time. I didn't know that was what they cost, to be honest.
They're $3. Like, should be $3.
Actually,
No.
you know where the best muffin is, and it's the last one I've bought, is the orange and poppy seed at 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. Oh, it's so
Yum,
good.
that's it.
And they
That's
are
it.
not $7. Also, you
Nope.
can put it in the microwave there for free.
There you go. See?
Thank you, Rebecca.
That's it.
She's with
No
me.
worries.
Jody, you run a cafe.
Sorry, my phones have just died. Friday night's
Oh,
given
of
up.
course they have. Well, I'm just
Here
going
we
to
go,
talk.
here we go,
Oh,
here we
great.
go.
Jody,
Yes.
you are calling from inside the house, horror movie style. You run a cafe. Now, how do you feel about charging $1 to whack a muffin in the microwave for 20 seconds?
Like, I own this cafe and I would never, ever charge someone to warm up a bloody muffin, let alone a $7 one. Mine not one at $4.50. And I actually have retailers, like my cafe's in a shopping centre, and I actually have retailers that will come and ask me if I can heat up their own food from home in the microwave. And of course I
No.
do. That's customer service. Absolutely.
Nah, that's pushing it. That's pushing it,
No,
Jody.
that's fine. That's
I love
being
my retailers.
yes, that's being a human being, part of a community,
It's
isn't it?
customer
Right?
service. If you want your cafe to succeed, you do whatever you need.
Can
to
I
create
ask
the
you-
good vibe and returning customers.
Is there a charge if you want your sandwich toasted or your banana bread toasted?
No.
No.
There's just a flat rate, and it's however much that product costs, and you can have it hot, you can have it cold, you can have it toasted, you can have it not.
See?
The cafe should just make the muffin more expensive if they want to charge that, I think.
No, $7 is absurd.
Thanks,
Sean,
Jody.
you have the last word. What are you saying?
I think it's absolutely fine to charge a bit extra to heat something up. It's designed to be cold, and they're going out of their way for you to heat it up. So
Correct.
pay their electricity a little bit.
Correct.
Sean, that is outrageous. That is
That's not
outrageous.
outrageous.
Yes, it
That's-
is. A muffin. A muffin.
I used to work in cafes, and people would approach you with baby bottles and other lunches and all
That's
this
not
kind of
what we're
stuff.
talking about, Sean. We're talking
Oh, I
about a
know.
muffin from underneath the glass cloche on the bench.
Yeah,
And if
but
you
it's
can't,
cold, right?
no, muffins can be warm or cold.
They can. You just got to pay the $1, don't you, Sean?
The Chrissy Swan Show.
What a great day it is when Matthew Preston graces us with his presence.
And I've got a proper tea, Chrissie Swan, because this is one of the few places in Australia where I know I can get a proper 3-bagger.
Yeah, well, I just had a 3-bagger in my cookie
That
cup.
feels excessive. Like a double bagger I get, but why 3, Matt?
Well, that was Chris's idea, and I've got to say, I'm all for it. Extra
Yeah.
caffeine hit. It's kind of darker. It's almost thick enough to put your spoon in, like a good hot chocolate.
Correct.
Right.
Now,
Stand it up.
we had an SOS call last
Yes.
week from Jane
Yes.
in Manly, who has invested in something and has buyer's remorse. Hello, Jane.
Hello there.
Now you are with the most famous and most, like, I'm going to say, distinguished cook.
Well dressed.
He knows everything there is to know about food. You have buyer's remorse over your air fryer, and I've got you a counselling session with Matt Preston, therapist.
I'm standing back. What are you regretting, Jane?
Well, it's just taking up a bit of space on my bench top, and
Yes.
all I've been able to cook with it is nachos. It doesn't really mean nachos, and I just feel like I need some more ideas.
Okay,
on
all right.
what to
I'm gonna smash you with
Go
ideas.
for it.
Do you like pork crackling? Do you eat pork?
Yes.
Pork crackling in the air fryer, unbelievable. The thing about the air fryer, right, is it does all the things your oven can do, but it does it quicker and faster and hotter. So anything that cooks really quickly is going to be great. So chicken wings are fantastic in the air fryer. Spring rolls in the air fryer are really good. Just tossing some chicken thighs in a little bit of melted butter and then tossing that in panko breadcrumbs with some grated parmesan. Put those in the air fryer. 7 minutes. You've got lovely kind of cheesy chicken nuggets.
And
Unbelievable.
everything, Jane, is 7 minutes.
So, yeah.
Everything is 7 minutes.
And so I think that's the thing. What it won't do is it's really bad at doing things that need some time. Like it makes terrible biscuits. They're really tough because the starches don't gelatinize basically. So you need to pick things that are good at cooking really fast. Basically, or dumplings in the air fryer.
Oh my God.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
What about a hot chip? Can you do hot chips?
Look, it's not going to. The air fryer doesn't fry; it just cooks really fast on convection. Sweet potato fries, which I think we're less fussy about how crunchy they are.
Yeah, we are.
Sweet potato fries tossed with some paprika and some chili, little shoestring ones in the air fryer. Again, probably about 9 minutes. Brilliant.
Jane, do you have a chicken nugget fan at home, a Nugs fan?
Yes, I have teenage boys. Yes.
Okay, so what you do is next time you're at the drive-thru, you order the 40-pack, right? You order the 40-pack, give them to the boys in the back. Then you order another 40-pack. And then you take that home and you put them in a Ziploc bag. And then whenever you want Macca's Nugs, you are 7 minutes away from knocking on heaven's door. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Smart.
I think I need a bigger freezer, Chrissy, by the sound of it.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and that's the big trend now is for people having. We went through that whole fresh food obsession.
Yes.
And now people are going, I need a chest freezer. Where am I going to put the half a sheep?
I told you, Jack.
No, but chest freezers matter so bogan and ugly. I like a tall standing freezer, not a chest freezer.
Yeah, but where can you stash the cadaver? I mean,
That is very well. They could sit up like Weekend at Bernie's.
That is true, Matt.
Thank you so much for joining us, Jane. I hope that has helped you.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.